All right, you guys. So we are continuing our work with solving rational equations. And we talked about yesterday how we were going to keep gradually getting a little bit more difficult problems. Okay. So we're now moving up to the next step type of problem. All right. So what I have here is I have 5x over x plus 3 minus 7 equals 3 over x plus 3. All right. Now, what I need to do is I need to get rid of this denominator so that way I can solve. Okay. The common denominator for this problem, it's nice, it's simple. It is just x plus 3. All right. Now, I know I say that, but that's how this works. Okay. So I'm going to multiply the whole equation by x plus 3. Okay. Now, just like yesterday, I'm going to write down each step so that way you can see what it looks like. And just like yesterday, when you're more comfortable with it, you can eliminate this step. So I'm going to take x plus 3. I'm just going to write it in parentheses. I'm going to multiply it by 5x over x plus 3. And then minus. And then I'm going to multiply x plus 3 times 7 equals. And then I'm going to bring down the x plus 3 times 3 over x plus 3. All right, and this is the step that you can work to eliminate. Okay, so now as long as my numerator and my denominator match, okay, and you have to remember this stays together, okay, I can eliminate the ones that are the same on the top and on the bottom. So I can eliminate here, okay? So now I just have to recopy what's remaining. Okay, so out of this first fraction, okay, I'm left with 5x. So I'm going to bring down the 5x. Okay, out of this statement, nothing was able to eliminate, but I'm going to recopy it in a better order so it looks like the distributive property. So I'm going to bring the minus down first. And instead of putting the 7 on the right, I'm going to move it over to the left-hand side. So 7 parentheses x plus 3. And then here, the only thing that remains from this fraction is the 3. All right, and so by making this step, I now have an equation I can solve by hand, okay, with relative ease. So 5x, and now I'm going to distribute. So minus 7x minus 21 equals 3. 5x minus 7x combine like terms. So minus 2x minus 21 equals 3. I'm going to add 21 to both sides. So negative 2x equals 24. Divide by negative 2. X equals negative 12. All right. And just like we've been talking about this extraneous solution, I cannot have x in x. I'm not saying that. Let me say that again. I cannot have a 0 in the denominator. Okay. So right here, whatever value I plug in for x, it cannot equal 0. So if I plug in negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9. So I'm okay. All right. So if it had been 0, okay, if I had plugged in 0 here, that would have been a problem. All right. And I'm going to switch over here to Desmos because I want you to see why. Why specifically x, where it can and cannot be. All right. So if I switch my screen here, all right, so here's the equation we just solved. So I put the left-hand side, 5x over x plus 3 minus 7 on the first row. Then I did 3 over x plus 3. Okay, and then I graphed x equals negative 3. Okay, and the reason I did is because you can see all these graphs are approaching but not crossing the line x equals negative 3. Okay. And that's why. Okay. The reason these graphs are trending the way that they're doing, okay, is the graphs are in fact avoiding, okay, think of it that way, as x, they're avoiding x equals negative 3. And x equals negative 3 has an actual name. It's called an asymptote. Okay. But we'll talk about that in a different video. All right. So that's why we avoided, okay, or why we can't have x equals negative 3 when we solve. So if I switch back over here If I had gotten x equals -3, that would have been no good because all those graphs were avoiding the line x equals -3. Okay. All right. So I will come back with one more video where I'll solve this example here and you'll be good to go on your assignment for today. Good luck.